Hello, kindergarten families. This is Mrs. Ree, the lower school director. And as you received an email yesterday regarding staff changes in our kindergarten, we want to introduce to you our very wonderful teacher replacement for Mrs. Roan. This is Mrs. Rosso. So Mrs. Rosso, this is how she looks without her mask on, and this is how she looks with her mask on. So Mrs. Rosso will be the teacher replacement for Mrs. Roan, and we wanted to let you know that again and at least see what she looks like. The rest of the video will be the video that we recorded the other day along with the other kindergarten teachers and the aides, and Mrs. Roan will be in that video, and she will be describing the whole kindergarten program to you. We don't have time because of time constraints to redo the whole thing, but we wanted to make a different introduction for you. So enjoy the video, and we'll see you all on Monday. Take care.
Hello, kindergartners. Just wanted to take a quick moment to show you what it's going to look like when you enter school on Monday. We will be taking everyone's temperature as they enter the building with this nice little temperature device here. Nothing is going to go in your mouth, nothing's going to go in your ear, and I'm going to show you how that's going to look. I'll have my student, Miss Fox, coming in for her first day of kindergarten. You'll stop. I'll hold this up to your head. I'm not touching you. I'm just going to point it at you. It's going to beep. Tell me your temperature is okay, and then I'm going to tell you to have a great day on your first day of kindergarten.
Hello, kindergarten families. Welcome to Trinity Lutheran Christian School. I'm Mrs. Ree, the lower school director, and it's my privilege to welcome you here. We are so excited about starting school this year traditionally, and also for those of you who are going to be virtual, welcome. I would like to introduce to you our kindergarten staff at this time. We have Mrs. Roan, one of our kindergarten teachers here. And I didn't know if we were going to take off mask a minute so you can see her face, okay? There's how she looks like without the mask. And Mrs. Hines, one of our other kindergarten teachers, she's going to remove the mask, okay? And then Mrs. Raley, our other kindergarten teacher, she's going to remove hers. There we go. Mrs. Bolin, one of our kindergarten aides. There we go. And Miss Fox, our other kindergarten floating aide. So the teachers have worked very hard this summer to create a classroom that is safe and socially distanced and be sanitized every day. So we are excited about your children coming to us this year. I'm going to turn it over now to Mrs. Roan, who will talk about the kindergarten program for you.
Good morning, or good evening. I am going to discuss our program and a little bit about what we will be doing. But first, I have a couple of housekeeping items that I wanted to go over. First of all, welcome to kindergarten at Trinity. We are so super excited to have you here. We have created wonderful learning spaces for you to learn in this year. Our theme this year for kindergarten is Super Kinders because we are going to be doing super things. So a few housekeeping items. Number one, please make sure that your child knows if they are buying their lunch or packing their lunch for the day. This will help us immensely at lunchtime when it comes to passing out lunches that are brought to us from the kitchen. We are a peanut-free school. Please make sure that there are no items in your child's lunch that contain peanuts. Read the labels on the back of the boxes and the packages. Your child will be bringing a blanket for rest. We do have rest time every day. We begin with 30 minutes at the beginning of the school year, and then as the school year progresses, we drop that number down steadily until at the end of the year we're down to about 10 minutes. Blankets will be kept in your child's crate beside their desk. Please send it in a bag that is labeled with your child's name. Blankets need to come into school on Mondays. They go home on Fridays to be washed and sent back the following week. Toys are not to be brought in from home. We have items in our classrooms that will be used during our center time and during our morning work time. So household items, household toys that are brought in can sometimes cause a distraction. So please make sure that they are left at home. Everything that does come into school for your child, please label it. Their blankets will be coming in. Even their crates, label it with your child's name, please. Their water bottles, please label that with your child's name. Recess is outside unless it is extremely hot or extremely cold. Please make sure that your child is dressed for that. If it's a chilly morning, you probably should send a jacket with your child or a sweater. Also, sometimes our classrooms can be a little bit chilly, so it might be a good idea just to take the red Trinity sweater and just leave it in your child's book bag. Homework folders. We will send home homework folders every single day. They will be sent home at night. Please make sure that you check them and that you empty them out. All the papers come out. Anything that needs to be signed and returned, please stick back in there to be returned. Homework packets go home every Monday and are returned on Fridays. And check our blogs and our emails for updates daily. One thing that I want to point out this year is that while you may see us in our typical mask most of the day, you will also see us wearing face shields and clear face masks. Sometimes during the day we will have a clear face shield on. And it will look, we will look a little something like this with our mask on under the face shield. And on days when we are teaching phonics, in order for the children to see our mouths, we will be using clear face masks so the children can see our mouths and see how we form our letters. So there are 3 options of how your children will see us every day. A few things that you can be working on at home with your child, especially during this pandemic, that will help us here in the classroom, are some fine motor skills, such as buttoning, zipping, snapping, tying shoes, opening their packages. The less that we have to touch, the better as teachers. And also, your child will need to be working on these things anyway, because it is a lifelong skill that they will have to use daily. Communications are by email. The best way to communicate with us is also by email, and we will respond to you within 24 hours, either with another email or with a phone call. Usually it's less than that. Usually whenever we have a break, we can sit down and take a look at our emails. Birthdays will be celebrated on your child's birthday if it falls during the school week. This year, something new. We are not accepting any items from a bakery. All items that come in for birthdays need to be individually packaged, such as little bags of cookies, fruit snacks, I think Hostess makes little cupcakes that are individually wrapped. Everything has to be individually wrapped. If things are sent in that are not appropriate, they will be sent back home. On half days, we dismiss at 12:50, and we will dismiss at the Route 7 entrance. Here are some parent expectations, what you can expect from us. You can expect communication with your child's teacher, probably daily. You can expect us to update our blogs with pictures, with new information, with coming events. We would appreciate it if your child comes to school promptly every morning. Kindergarten drop-off is between 8:10 and 8:20. We start our day at 8:30. So if your child arrives after 8:30, we will have already begun our school day. And that's a major distraction to the students who are already here and prepared to learn. So please make sure that your child is here between 8:10 and 8:20. Any child who arrives at 9 o'clock or later will be marked as tardy and will be sent home to learn virtually for the remainder of the day. So try to get your child here on time so we can have a successful day, please. A typical kindergarten schedule. This is not every day. This is just a typical schedule. We begin every morning with our morning meeting, which we do as a group. Then we move into our ELA block, which is when we do our reading, which we use Wonders, our writing, and our phonics. Our writing kind of goes hand in hand with what we're learning and reading, but sometimes it also follows our science and social studies curriculum because we do research projects for science and social studies, which include a writing component. For math, we use Sadlier Math. And that happens after our ELA block. We will have Bible after that, where we are using our Deep Roots program. And then it's lunchtime. After lunch, recess, rest, a special area such as art, library, gym. Did I forget anything? Music. So we'll have specials, and then a center time. They will be modified centers this year, as we can't have a group of children in housekeeping or in blocks. So centers will kind of come to your child. They'll be participating in activities at their seat or on the floor at their seat. Next week, you will receive a year-long matrix of what we learn in every subject area in every quarter. So it will show you in first quarter, these are the concepts that we learn in reading. And here is what we learn in math. So you can follow along and you can see what is expected for your child to learn from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. One last thing. On the very first day of school, because it is a new routine and we have to take temperatures, we are asking that you take pictures of your child at home before arriving to school. When you arrive to school, you'll be parking, walking your child up to have their temperature taken, and saying your goodbyes at the door as your children come into school on their own. Just a reminder, parents are not allowed in the school building this year. So please take those first day of kindergarten precious pictures at home, and so you can have cherished memories. Did I forget anything? No. Okay. We are so looking forward to meeting you next week on Monday. Bye.